What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video. And Liverpool fans are going crazy after reports are coming out from Spanish newspapers that Mbappe is ready to quit his current club, Paris Saint-Germain. According to Spanish newspaper, Spanish outlet Marca, Mbappe wants to leave Paris Saint-Germain and he will not sign a contract extension. So what do you make of this news? Do you think that Liverpool have any chance of signing Mbappe? And remember that Mbappe recently mentioned Liverpool specifically when he was asked which team would he select to play FIFA if he really wanted to win the game, and he said European champions Liverpool. And why on earth would he mention Liverpool specifically in a transfer window? That's just fuel to the fire, in my opinion. That just fueled the speculation. And also Mbappe himself said that he is maybe ready for a new challenge. So let me know, guys. Do you think that Liverpool can sign Mbappe? I think financially we can afford him because Liverpool have apparently 150 million pounds in the transfer budget, and Jurgen Klopp himself said that he's a big fan of Mbappe and thinks that he is a great player, a great talent, a generational talent. And if Liverpool, in my opinion, if Liverpool have a chance to sign Mbappe, then we will go for him because Jurgen Klopp is a big fan of him and because Liverpool are now more attractive than ever before. I think in the past like 20 years Liverpool haven't been as attractive right now as before. And one of the Liverpool fans had a theory. Mbappe was linked with Real Madrid before and now he randomly just says that he would pick Liverpool on FIFA. Champions League champions or not, that wasn't random according to this Liverpool fan. The transfer window is now open. That's very interesting, in my opinion, that Mbappe mentioned Liverpool specifically. And Mbappe scored a whopping 39 goals this season for Paris Saint-Germain, and also he got 17 assists, and he is just 20 years old, so he would probably cost a whole lot of money. But I think Liverpool can afford the transfer fee. The other big question is, can Liverpool afford the wages? So guys, if you are excited about these transfer news videos and if you enjoy them, leave a like. It just takes a second for you guys to press that like button. It really helps me out. And subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news on this channel. And after, Mbappe won the League One Player of the Year award, this is what he said, and I quote, it's a very important moment for me. I came to a turning point in my career. I have discovered a lot here and I feel it is perhaps the moment to have more responsibility. I hope that can maybe be at Paris Saint-Germain. That would be a great pleasure. Or perhaps elsewhere with a new project. So that is Mbappe saying himself at the end of the season that maybe he wants to take on a new project and have more responsibility. And also Paris Saint-Germain manager Thomas Tuchel admitted shortly after the interview that both Neymar and Mbappe could leave Paris Saint-Germain this summer, but he made, of course, his opinion clear that he wants them to stay. So this is what the Paris Saint-Germain manager Thomas Tuchel said. As a coach, I do want them to continue, but this is football. We are not naive. Many clubs want to transfer many players and the transfer market is crazy. But if you ask me, the coach, yes, I want them here next season. But if they are not, we will find solutions. So even the Paris Saint-Germain manager knows that there is a possibility of Mbappe leaving Paris Saint-Germain. And Mbappe signed for PSG for 180 million euros, but I'm not sure if that would be enough to secure Mbappe's services right now. I think Mbappe would cost something like 200 million euros. I'm not sure if Liverpool have that amount of money combined with the incredible wages. But if you look at it from a different perspective, with Mbappe we would almost be guaranteed getting to the Champions League semi-finals almost every single season for the next like 5 years, and also we would be guaranteed to finish in the top 2 of the Premier League for the next like 3 or 4 seasons at least, unless something like disastrous happens. But I think with that with that squad that Liverpool have right now and adding Mbappe to it, honestly, we would be like almost unstoppable. I'm not saying unstoppable because anything can happen during the football season, and we have incredibly powerful clubs: Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Juventus in the Champions League, Man City in the Premier League as well. So I won't say that Liverpool will guaranteed win a lot of trophies, but we will have one hell of a chance, that's for sure. And of course, Mbappe already scored 60 goals in 87 matches for Paris Saint-Germain since he arrived from Monaco. In Neymar's absence, who has been out injured for quite some time this season and last season as well, Mbappe has arguably become the main man at Paris Saint-Germain. I don't think Mbappe sees himself as the main man at Paris Saint-Germain. He still thinks that maybe Neymar is the main man and he wants to take on more responsibility. Why on earth would he mention that in an interview at the end of the season if it wasn't the case? And according to the Paris Saint-Germain club president Nasser Al-Khelaifi, this is a very interesting situation. This is what he said: "I will not let go of this crazy player. I want players proud to wear our jersey, not players who do the job when it suits them. He wants to be more involved in our project to grow with the team, the club. But I explained to Mbappe that the responsibilities it does not ask. We must go get them, sometimes even tear them away. We do not wait, we provoke." As he is very intelligent, I'm sure that he understood. Will he still be at Paris Saint-Germain next year? I am not 100% sure, but 200%. But that contradicts the newspaper reports coming from Marca, they are saying that Mbappe has told Paris Saint-Germain that he has no intention of signing a new contract, no matter how much money they throw at him, which is very, very interesting. He sees his future away from a club where he thinks Neymar will be the one true star as long as he plays for them. But this is also complicated the situation even more, because Neymar apparently, according to the newspapers, wants to sign for Barcelona, and at first Paris Saint-Germain asked like 200 million euros for Neymar, but now apparently they keep lowering the asking price because they are realizing that Neymar maybe wants to leave Paris Saint-Germain to go back to Barcelona, which could be one hell of a story as well. And apparently now Paris Saint-Germain would settle for 130 million euros plus 2 Barcelona players, and those could be Ousmane Dembele, Coutinho, Rakitic and Umtiti. Those are the 4 Barcelona players that Paris Saint-Germain are interested in. They want to pick 2 of them plus 130 million. Wow, that's a very, very big transfer as well, and I'm not sure which club would get the better of the deal. But I think if Paris Saint-Germain lose Neymar, there is no way they will let Mbappe leave as well, because to lose 2 of their biggest players, it would be unthinkable. And I'm not sure if they could attract 2 players who are anywhere near as good as Mbappe and Neymar. So I think I will keep you posted on this, but it's going to be very interesting because Mbappe has still 3 years remaining on his current deal, and despite Paris Saint-Germain leaving enough time to maybe fresh out a new deal, it looks like if Mbappe doesn't want to sign a new contract, Paris Saint-Germain might have to make a decision in the next 1 or 2 years, especially in the next like 18 months. Either they keep Mbappe and risk losing him for nothing, which would be unthinkable. To lose a player who is worth like 150 million euros at least, to lose him for nothing would be just like the biggest mistake in the transfer window history of football, in my opinion. Or they could be forced to actually sell Mbappe for his true market value in the next 18 months, 2 years. Even if Liverpool don't sign Mbappe in this transfer window, we sure as hell put our name in the hat, if you like. Would put our name in the list for Mbappe to consider as one of his destination, and I think that's a great position to be in. And I think Liverpool could afford Mbappe if we really, really desperately wanted to. The big problem would be how the wage structure of Liverpool would change, because remember that Mbappe's wages would be probably at least £350,000 per week, and Van Dijk is on 200k, Salah is on 150k, something like that, or maybe the other way around, but you get the point. Like, the biggest wages that Liverpool are paying right now for their biggest players are like half of Mbappe's wages, so that could be a very, very big problem, and the Liverpool fans really want this to happen. I'm in that camp. I really want this to happen as well, but I'm realistic on the other hand as well, because if Mbappe, like, even if Mbappe is desperate to leave Paris Saint-Germain, ultimately he has still 3 years on his contract, so ultimately it will be down to Paris Saint-Germain and to the Paris Saint-Germain president. According to former Liverpool goalkeeper and Liverpool legend Ray Clemence, Mbappe, or signing Mbappe, would cause more problems at Liverpool than it would solve. And that's according to Ray Clemence and also to other people close to Liverpool. So let's actually see what Ray Clemence is saying about this situation, and I quote, "It's one thing buying somebody of his quality with the sort of money Paris Saint-Germain would want for him, and especially for the wages he would want as well, but you have to be careful that if you start giving unbelievable wages to somebody who you know is a top quality player, that it won't upset other people in the team who have done what they did last year and are not on the same money." And just my comment, he's perfectly right, because imagine how Van Dijk, Salah, Mane, Firmino, like all these key players, Alisson, all these key players who helped Liverpool win the Champions League, and now in comes somebody who is just a 20-year-old kid. Yes, he is one of the superstars of world football, and yes, he's a world-class player, but for him to be on double or even triple of some other major players in the team to be on would disrupt the dressing room, and it would create maybe problems. And behind the scenes, I think Liverpool would have to do a lot of due diligence, and they would have to talk to each player individually what he wants, and if we could maybe bump up their wages, and it could basically break Liverpool's finances if we bump up all the big players' wages because of signing one player, and that could be a very, very disastrous scenario, because then Liverpool would have to actually qualify for the Champions League semi-finals every single year for the next like 3, 4, 5 years, and also to finish in the top 2 in the Premier League every single year, for us to sustain that new financial situation, new financial model with a bigger wage bill. And former Liverpool winger Jimmy Carter, who represented Liverpool for a brief spell in 1991, he told Business Insider, and I quote, "Mbappe would love the opportunity to join Liverpool." And this is what he said: "At Paris Saint-Germain, things are not quite going to plan. Neymar's been injured a lot. He looks like he could be looking for a move back to Barcelona. But yeah, whatever Liverpool would go for him, Mbappe, personally, with all that money, I would be more inclined to go for James Maddison." That's his opinion. I'm not sure you could mention Maddison on the same page as Mbappe, but yeah, Maddison would cost about like 35 million pounds or 40 million pounds, and Mbappe probably 180 million pounds or something like that. Carter told Business Insider, and I quote, "Maddison would fit Liverpool's style of play incredibly well. He would sit in that midfield. You have got Jordan Henderson, who would be in front of the back four doing the ugly part of the game, and he would give Maddison the ball to let him go and create. His contribution last season in the Premier League was just incredible. I would love to see James Maddison at Liverpool." That's a very good take, and I would love to see James Maddison at Liverpool as well, but I don't think that he would be a starter straight away, but he would be a very, very good squad player, and maybe in 1 or 2 years he could fight his way into the Liverpool team and maybe deliver some goals and assists. But I'm not sure how high James Maddison's like potential or final ceiling is, so we shall wait and see. And Harry Harris, who is the author of the official story of Liverpool's 18-19 season, he said that too many transfers this summer, or even perhaps one too many of the wrong kind of transfers could wreak havoc on a squad that won the Champions League. This is what he said. I think it's going to be difficult for Klopp. He must be sitting there thinking, I don't want to disrupt the squad too much. Whatever you think of Zaha, he has got tremendous speed and he would be a great asset to this Liverpool team. Mbappe is out of the price range, and it's the wages as well. It's not the kind of player Liverpool are looking at. Right age, good speed, but the financial package is ridiculous. Yeah, I kind of agree with him. Liverpool would need to really shift their whole financial wage bill and financial situation if we really wanted to sign Mbappe. So I will keep you posted on this. I just wanted to give you as much information as possible about what is going on with the Mbappe to Liverpool transfer story, and I think it's a fascinating one to cover. So I feel truly blessed and privileged that I'm in this position to cover these transfer news for you guys, and I love it that you guys enjoy these kind of videos. Steven Gerrard, the Rangers boss, said that Jurgen Klopp is a major inspiration to him as a manager. This is what Steven Gerrard said about Jurgen Klopp. I think as a young manager you try and be a sponge from all the top managers. When you watch them on the sidelines, watch them do interviews, or you meet them, it's no different with Jurgen Klopp for me. You try to take in all of the good things from them. He has been very helpful to me. A lot of stuff I will keep private, but any questions or any bit of advice I ask him, he helps me out. Being there and seeing it, you look at the Liverpool fans, emotionally it brought back a lot of memories of my own from being a Liverpool player. When the dust settles, I am thinking, okay, I would love that to be us at Rangers. I would love to be watching my players celebrate. I was looking at Jurgen, looking at his players celebrate, and I would love nothing better than to do that in 12 months time, or sooner if we get the opportunity in a few months time with the League Cup. And he was asked, which is a kind of a ridiculous question, is he jealous of Jordan Henderson lifting the Champions League? And Steven Gerrard lifted the Champions League himself as a Liverpool captain, so I don't think it's a valid question. But anyway, Gerrard answered this, and I quote, "How could I be jealous of Jordan lifting the trophy? He is my mate. I am tight with Jordan. We played together for many years with Liverpool and England. I was delighted for him. It was so deserved. There is no better professional than Jordan Henderson. You get out of this game what you put in. If you go on that, then he certainly deserves it. And Jurgen Klopp himself said, who sees Jordan Henderson week in, week out, that Jordan Henderson deserves to win the Champions League and deserves to lift the Champions League more than anybody else. If Jurgen Klopp says that, who sees Jordan Henderson in training week in, week out, then that's good enough for me as well. And also, Ray Clemence said that Liverpool have to keep spending big if they want to keep up with the top clubs, and if we want to maintain the success that Liverpool already had last season. This is what he told the Mirror newspaper, and I quote, "The thing is, and Liverpool and Klopp will know this better than anyone, you've got to keep trying to get better. For Liverpool to keep up, they need to make purchases as well. They have to go up another level because of the way City play. They got 97 points, lost one game all season in the league and came second. That's just incredible, and it's why I'm delighted they won the Champions League. To have won nothing would have been unbelievable. For the football club and Jurgen Klopp, the longer it went on without winning anything despite playing so well, the pressure would have got more and more and more. Klopp was allowed 4 years, which is a lot of managers wouldn't have been given if they didn't win something. He was allowed that time because the board and the fans realized that what he was trying to do. Now they've got the monkey off their back and they have won something big. I know myself, that doesn't mean it becomes easier the following year. Because you have won something, other clubs are even more determined to try and beat you. But at least you know you can do it now, and you know how you did it. So that is a very inspirational interview by Ray Clemence. I agree with Ray Clemence. If Liverpool really wants to keep winning trophies, we need to improve, we need to sign more players, but also winning the Champions League and winning it after such a great season will only help Liverpool next season, because now we will be more experienced, we will have dealt with a lot of different scenarios last season, and maybe we can also learn from finishing on 97 points and not winning the Premier League. Maybe we will learn to be a little bit more ruthless next season, and Liverpool will be able to win the Premier League next season. That's my hope, my dream, and I think I speak for a lot of Liverpool fans here when I say that. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.